Son of a bitch. I keep seeing pictures of myself up at these places.
What do you think they're there for?
Because I thought I kept hitting the high score on the pump.
The high score? It's not a game. It's how much gas is going into your car.
Man, I leave my engine running. I'm at those places like twice a day.
Jesus. God damn it. Don't let Stanton hear that.
Hey, did you know that we had to pay for this shit?
God damn it. Stop. Ignore him. He's kidding. He pays for his gasoline.
Oh, shit.
Okay, can I talk to you two real quick?
I thought it was like at
there?
the buffets where you just go in and grab food and get out of there.
You have to pay for that too.
Let's go talk over here.
Well, that's what buffet means in French, right?
Excuse me.
Free?
Mr. Mayor coming
No.
Chief Smith will not be here tonight.
Who's that? Is that like Chief Keef? Is there supposed to be a concert here?
Bob Smith.
Oh, well, yeah, we know
Chief.
that. He doesn't do anything.
Okay, because of that,
Well, he
we're
doesn't.
gonna drop the kidnapping charge.
Good. I think that we should anyways, because I don't think it fits. After
Okay.
Vinny said that he was in the trunk.
All right. So we're still hesitant.
Can you
on pushing-
press charges on Chief Smith? Because here's the thing, and I'm just going to air some grievances to you. These motherfuckers get all up in my ass and twist. They get in my ass and twist it. Okay? Whenever I don't do a little bit of a report. But yet, this is the second time this fucking twisting asshole hasn't showed up to my court cases and nothing.
Yeah, we can speak to the judge.
I'm sick of
about
getting corkscrewed at all my fucking cases.
I mean,
because it keeps happening.
We caught him as a witness.
Well, can you press charges on him and also
We
on
can-
Toretti for driving my car?
We can get him contempt of court.
And
for
I'm
not wanting to
especially
show
angry
up.
at Toretti now that I learned that I gotta pay for the shit that goes in it.
You could
The fuel?
sue him.
Yeah, the fuel.
And the
Frank,
buffets.
I mean, Nathan, I don't think you can sue over just enlightenment.
What, sue over him having to put fuel in his car because somebody else drove it?
Illegally.
Don't.
Illegally.
No,
Yeah,
that's
he
not
didn't
what
have
he's
permission.
saying.
He said
Thank
he didn't
you.
have permission.
Thank you. And he
saying.
didn't.
Last time I tried to do something nice for you, Wrangler, I was trying to take out the truck, get it all warmed up for you, and parked it in the front of PD.
It's
waiting for
85
you.
Got
degrees
stolen,
out.
didn't it?
Why would I want it warmed up?
why would he?
Who's been turning my engine off?
Cooled down.
Well, well, that's the problem because you people have been turning my engine off.
Labar
I
is
like to keep it
waiting.
running.
We should head in. Labar is waiting. We shouldn't keep him waiting any longer.
All right.
I'm ready. I got the reports. I'm trying to refresh my memory on this, so. At least I showed up, Wrangler, and you're still coming after me.
Well, I appreciate it. Just stop turning my truck off.
Well, stop paying without, leaving without paying.
No one told.
That's
There's
literally a
nothing that says
crime.
that you have to pay. Nothing anywhere. It's like when you're in the park and you see one of those the wells that you got to pump. You don't got to pay for that.
Yes, you're paying for it with taxes.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was.
What do you think the credit card machine on the pump is for?
I thought it was like a tip in case the guy in the box had to shoot someone that day. You give him a tip.
How many people are
Find
getting
out in a
shot
second.
at gas stations, Wrangler?
A decent amount.
Madam 88, do you have
Jesus
everybody
Christ.
that's listed?
I do not. Chief Smith is not in town today.
Okay. Defense attorney?
What the hell happened
I
to
had
that
a
judge?
witness,
Why she
but
got an iPad?
they're not here. I called them earlier and they were in town.
Who is it? I can see if I can get him.
Because she had an accident.
Hutch? Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah, I believe it's Hutch.
Oh, I had on my phone in there. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Oh shit, he has a suit
PD
on.
were notified. They have something better to do.
No, ma'am, I'm here. Nothing takes priority over
Yeah,
delivering sweet justice for me.
Oh, Chief
I'm
Smith
here.
isn't available on Fridays. It's okay.
Well, this is the second time that he's twisted me up. So, I've talked to the
Don't
DA about
elaborate on that.
pressing charges
On who?
on Chief Smith. This is the second time.
Sounds like an internal matter.
It is internal.
See,
They're getting all up
When
in
I
me.
was in the military and someone messed up, back when I was in my day, I guess you could say,
Beat him
you
up.
went out back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
went out
so you're
back.
saying I should fight
You
the chief
didn't-
out back?
You didn't throw even your own subordinates that were under you if you were a squad leader. You didn't throw them under the
I'm gonna
bus.
fight the
You
chief.
took them out back and you
You think I can
taught
take
him a
Bobby?
lesson.
Is he still on
He's on
steroids?
his way, Your Honor.
I don't
Okay.
know if
Wait,
he
not
still
good
is. I
when
haven't
wait
seen
for
him in a
the
while.
police is missing
might.
a court.
But nowadays,
Once, twice.
Careful.
Your
I have a
Honor,
bad
I
heart
hear
now,
you
though.
loud and clear. I know what I need to
slam,
do.
You know,
I know what I need to do, Your Honor.
that's the difference with how things are nowadays versus how it was back then.
Who says things have changed, you know?
I don't know. I see a lot of it. Even in this
Look,
city,
the clock just changed.
they stab their own friends in the back to get ahead.
Yeah, that's messed up. Not at the PD. We're supposed to have each other's backs, no matter how many laws have been broken.
You sure about that?
You just tried to get me arrested for joyriding. What are you talking about?
I wouldn't do that.
Damn.
I didn't try. It was.
that
I was
thin
just
blue
telling
line.
you to stop. To stop. I'll let you drive my truck if you stop turning it off. That's it. I'll keep it in the shared pool as long as people stop turning it the fuck off. It's gonna ruin the motor like that.
I hate these chairs.
Why
We're
do you
not
want
gonna leave
people
it
to
on in a
stop
garage.
drinking?
Well, then you
Wrangler.
can't drive it. It's as simple as
why
that.
leaving the car out in the garage?
What's wrong with that?
I don't want to sit
The fumes, Wrangler. It's an enclosed
I
area.
will give Hutch a few
What the
moments.
hell are you
Put it
talking about?
outside.
These fumes. What is up with you and
I think I've met
fumes?
Not happening.
You're always going on about these fumes. Always. What is
Did
with
you ever
you?
smell anything?
What do you
When
mean?
you're Sitting there with the
No.
car on all the time.
What do you mean smell?
The smell. Do you not have a sense of
Okay.
smell?
Yep,
I
it's,
can
all
smell.
here, Your
All
Honor.
right. Do you know what gasoline smells like?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever smell it in the garage? Just a very.
Sometimes I put some in my empty cup
There you
on account of it being free.
You can't. I think you're gonna have to. We're gonna have to keep those sign-offs.
What? For what?
We don't. We gotta have a mental evaluation on you.
Why? What did I do? I'm sure there's some other people that don't know.
Okay. If we could find one other
Okay,
person
think
that
about it
doesn't
like
know-
this. Okay, you're at I don't know, the
Someone
store,
please
and you
follow
see a
Hutch's
drinking
ride.
fountain.
Thank you.
Do you take
Uh,
a drink? Do
he's
you gotta
arrived,
pay
sir.
for it?
Is that him behind you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
I've
Your
never
Honor.
met the man.
It's not a drinking. You're not drinking
Okay.
the gasoline.
Seems
It
that we
is for the
have
car.
Majority of everyone available. I'll go ahead and call this appeal into session at this time.
I don't even know what to say to you anymore, Wrangler. You're comparing
All right,
a water
so
fountain
With
to
my
a gas
court
pump.
cases, I'm going to give
What
one
is the
right
difference
now.
except for
There'll be
one
no
is
outbursts.
gasoline?
Jesus Christ.
No one committing any kind of acts of violence in here. And please, if you're conversating with your client or your witnesses, please keep it to a minimum so I don't have to hear it while there's testimony going on. Includes you, Rami, with your gang signs back there.
Let's
Put 'em
go free
down
my fucking
for the
guy.
time
Free my
being.
boy.
Thank you. All right, so this
I
is
hate
the
that
appeal
guy.
for Mr. Keybon. Is that correct? That's your name, sir?
Hutch looks like if the
Yes, sir, Mr.
Monopoly man
Kevin
was
or
in
Amish
Chernobyl.
Kevin?
Amish K. Okay. All right. What would you prefer?
You could address me as Amish K.
Amish K. All right. Okay, so the statement of claim on March 4th, 2021, the state alleges that the defendant, Amish K, was involved in a shooting at the Alta Street Apartments. The arresting officer, Deputy Randy Wrangler, filed a warrant for the defendant's arrest and later served that warrant on March 5th, 2021. The defendant requested a bench trial at the time. However, there was no lawyer available to represent the defendant, and the witnesses required for the trial were unavailable at the time. Due to the vagueness of the arrest report and the aforementioned inability to do a bench trial at the time of the arrest, the defendant wishes to challenge the allegations against him in the court of law. The charges
That's
were
so
accessory to
long.
assault with a deadly ×1,
Yeah, this
reckless
case,
evading
again.
×1, and kidnapping ×1. The
Oh.
action taken was 49 months in prison and a fine of $3,660.
Hey, I never realized that thing up
I'm sorry,
the top of the
fine
widget is a timer.
$3,660 and 3 points on your license. Is the prosecution prepared to give their opening?
Your Honor, can we have a sidebar?
Okay. Come on up with the defense lawyer.
You think this is about Bobby right now?
I think that I'm gonna fight him outside.
It looks like Mr. K stole Chase Clouder's suit.
Well, you probably have to wait till Sunday.
Is that what's today? Friday?
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah, we better get this shit real good.
Bro, how are these our only charges? We killed so many cops.
Okay.
Bro, we
So
killed
there's
so
been a
many
little,
cops last night.
Thing that's been brought up here, and I'll inform you, Mr. Amish K. The state is no longer going with the kidnapping charge that has been dropped against you. So tonight,
Yeah.
you will only be here to testify with the accessory to assault with a deadly and reckless evading. All right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, I wasn't.
Okay, all right. Rami, put the hands down.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
If you
sir.
bring him up again, Rami, I will have you removed from the courtroom.
Your Honor,
please.
sorry, sir.
I don't go down to your place of business and start throwing up gang signs, all right?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't
Your
make
Honor,
a
you're
mockery of
packing
this
heat down there.
courtroom.
What's
Thank you.
looking
All
tight
right,
in the
state,
pants, Your Honor?
your opening, please.
What's wrong with that guy?
Rami?
You think he drinks gasoline?
Well, I know Hutch does
Your Honor,
NOS.
people of the court.
So probably, yeah.
On the 4th of March, Deputy Wrangler and Officer Toretti were conducting an undercover operation when a gun was fired from the vehicle the defendant was operating, striking a Mr. Hutcherson in the head. That vehicle later then ran from police. We will hear the first-hand counts from both Officer Toretti and Deputy Wrangler, as well as review evidence that puts Amish K behind the wheel of that vehicle. We will ask that the court uphold the charges of reckless evading and accessory to assault with a deadly weapon on his record. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam ADA. Defense lawyer, your opening, please.
Your Honor, people of the court, the state comes forth with this case having quite a bit of reasonable suspicion, but are severely lacking in probable cause. At the moment the shot was fired, officers were unable to identify who was in the vehicle the alleged shot came from. There is no firearm recovered. There are no GSR tests done. Further, I will prove through questioning the witnesses as well as the officers involved that once again this is a case of the state pressing charges with insufficient probable cause.
All right, thank you. Is the state prepared to call their first witness?
We
Let's
are
see.
at this time.
We do have a video.
I'd like to call Deputy Wrangler.
Deputy Wrangler, please step forward.
At this point, it just feels like we just show up here to just get bullied. and the fucking half the
bailiff, please swear in the witness once he's
fucking
taken his
people
place.
don't show up. They need to testify.
Alrighty.
I don't know. We'll
Deputy
see.
Wrangler, raise your left hand for me. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under penalty of perjury, so help you God?
I do, but okay, I absolutely do. But I would also like to remind everyone that this was a month ago.
The witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
All right.
Never heard of
You
it.
may
I
proceed.
do, but
That's just an asterisk, okay? To the best of my ability, I do.
All right. You can
Hey,
proceed
Ava.
with your first line of questioning for him, please.
Thank you. Deputy Wrangler, can you please state your name and rank for the record?
that's so long.
Randy Wrangler, cadet.
Were you on duty on the date of March the 4th?
Yes.
Did you encounter the defendant while you were on duty that day?
Yep. I sure did. Already
Can you
spits.
explain the nature of your encounter?
Hostile. And without remorse.
Objection? Vague?
You're objecting to his answer of vague? I believe he gave his answer. He said it was a hostile interaction.
I've withdrawn
Unless-
my objection.
Unless you want him to go on a long narrative explaining.
I've withdrawn my objection, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
What were you doing when you encountered the defendant?
I was in the middle of an undercover operation.
I'm going to now be referring to the people's B from the 8-second mark to the 11-second mark. Is this footage of your undercover operation?
Yep, it sure is.
Can you explain the events shown?
Are there? I'm sorry. Do you mind if I refer to the video? Because I think that there's 2 that were submitted, right?
That's right. I am referring to the people's B at this time.
Is that the one with the gunshot in it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So what's going on in that footage is we were talking to Hutch over there, and then he was shot in the head by a Black Sultan. I'm sorry, the car didn't shoot, but someone inside the Black Sultan. Yeah, it's this.
Okay, thank you. And I will now
Shot
be
by a
referring
car.
to the people's E.
These fucking Teslas
from
are
the
getting
5
out of
hour, 4
hand!
minute and 54-second mark to the 5 hour, 4 minute and 15-second mark. Can you state who you see in the driver's seat of that footage?
That man right there. Right there.
Thank you. After Hutch was shot, did you attempt to detain the individuals in the black vehicle?
Yes. Although they weren't in the black vehicle at the time, Rami got out of the car and was apologizing profusely to Hutch. And then he attempted to put him in the vehicle. That's when Officer Toretti pleaded with him not to. And I believe he was tasered and broke his cuffs and then referred to himself as a god. All while that gentleman over there, Mr. K, was driving the vehicle. That's this? Yeah, this shit that was like over a month ago, man.
And now referring to the people's C, is that the license plate of the vehicle?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
God, this is cringe. Bro, I know.
Thanks.
Court is so fucking cringe. It's like, why? I wouldn't mind
Hey there,
court if
Deputy
this was a
Wrangler.
bank that we
How you
could
doing?
rob in the middle of it. I'm good, sir. How are you?
That's so long.
Quite well, quite well. I'm trying to picture the scene. I understand it's been some time ago, so I'm gonna ask you some questions about.
That's
placing
absolutely fine.
in the order of things.
I've been
So-
told that my answers sometimes in court aren't very good, or they're too good. So I'm trying to be better at being a witness. Ask me anything you want, please.
That's
So,
long.
when you're out front of the apartments talking to Mr. Hutch there,
Yes.
at the moment that the shot was fired, were you looking at Hutch or were you looking at the car?
Was I looking at Hutch or at the car? I believe my attention was towards Hutch, and then when I noticed that his head had been blown off his fucking body, I went and looked at the car.
Okay. And when you looked at the car, were you able to identify anyone who was inside the vehicle at that time?
No, not at that time.
Okay. Were you able to identify the license plate of that Black Sultan at that time?
Nope. I sure wasn't.
Could you make out how many individuals were in that car at that time?
Not off the top. No, I couldn't.
Okay. Now, if you could reference once again the People's B for me.
Yep.
Again from the 8-second to the 11-second mark of that video.
Go to every bid streamer.
Do you see the silver truck there?
Yeah, I see that empty silver truck.
Okay. Is it within the realm of possibility that that shot could have come from somebody hiding behind that truck?
Nope. It isn't.
Okay. And explain why you think that it's impossible that somebody could have been standing behind that truck firing at Mr. Hutchison.
Well, we stayed on the scene and no one ran out of, from behind cover of that truck.
Okay. Now, looking at that same footage in the People's
And also, there was no casing over there. We looked on the scene and there was nothing. Therefore, it's reasonable to assume that that shot would have come from inside a vehicle, as the casing would have landed there, inside the vehicle.
Interesting.
all the
Once
right
again,
to
looking
come
at the
out.
People's B and looking at that footage.
Yep. You remember this shit? Yeah.
Now, if you
this
want to
was,
go ahead and
over
kind
a
of
month ago.
Look at the 11-second mark when the camera pans over and you see the Sultan. How familiar are you with that area of the Banner Hotel back there?
Well, it's not a good place, okay? It's a very rough part of town. I would say it's the roughest part of town, the projects. So I'm familiar with the area.
Okay. And that building in the distance, are you familiar with the layout of that building?
Yes, I am. There's a patio area and a balcony over there.
And you could see the patio balcony area raised up there in the background of this of the video, can you not?
Yep, I sure can.
And so you're saying there's no way that shot could have come from somebody up on that balcony, a sniper perhaps?
I guess it's certainly possible that a sniper took out Hutch over there.
Okay. Okay. And so as we see in the video, the car, speeds off behind the Alta apartments.
Yes.
How long after that car disappears is Mr. K seen driving a Sultan coming up at the front of the apartments?
I'm sorry, he wishes to be known as Amish K while we're here in court
Apologies.
today, so thank you.
Apologies.
How long did the vehicle appear after the shot was fired?
Yeah, you guys
I don't
lose
know.
sight on the vehicle, right?
Less than 10 seconds, I would say.
Less than 10 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it within the realm of possibility that it could have been a different Sultan?
Objection. That calls for speculation.
Indeed, it does. I'm going to go ahead and sustain the objection and ask that you rephrase the question or drop that question entirely. Do not speculate.
Ooh.
No problem, Your Honor.
DA had her coffee today.
Black Sultans. How often do you see black Sultans drive around this city, Deputy Wrangler?
It's a very common make of car, and black is a very common color of car, so I would say daily.
Okay. How do you know for sure that the Sultan that's seen in the People's B is the same Sultan seen in the secondary video out front of the apartments involving Mr. Al Rahman?
Well, Hutch, I'm sorry, not Hutch. Rami was apologizing for the shooting.
What did he say exactly? What were Mr. Al Rahman's words exactly?
I cannot quote him exactly, and I'm very sorry if I.
What are you objecting to?
The relevance of Mr. Al Rahman's statements.
I think the statement is very relevant because Deputy Wrangler is saying that he knows it's the same Sultan based on what Mr. Al Rahman was saying.
I'll go ahead and overrule the objection. You can answer the question, sir.
Okay. Now I am very. If I could answer this, I swear to God I would, but I don't know exactly what he was saying. I'm sorry. I do not remember. I promise I would if I could. Okay.
Okay. You say you remember he was saying he was apologizing. Do you remember if he specifically said what he was apologizing for, or was he just saying I'm sorry?
It was just listen. I think it was just an apology. Okay. He might have been specifically apologizing. I just don't remember. Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be going well.
All right. I don't have any further questions
just
for this
hard.
witness.
All right, redirect, ma'am.
I have no further questions.
Without Bobby,
All right,
it's
Deputy
hard.
Wrangler, you may step
If
down
Bobby
at
was
this
here, we
time.
would have had it because of everything that happened before. But since Bobby
Give me
decided
one
to
moment
not
to
show
read
up
these.
again.
That's so long.
It's hard when... Well, yeah, I know that you have never done anything
All
in
right,
your life
Madam
that's
ADA,
hard.
You may proceed with your next witness.
Nothing is really hard about waking up and getting on your laptop and never losing
At this
bed
time,
or
I'd like to
leaving
call
bed.
Officer
So
Treddy.
I get
All
it.
right, Officer
I
Treddy.
understand. You're not used to doing things that are
Please
difficult.
Take a stand. Bailiff, please swear in Officer Trady once his
Deputy
statement is
Wrangler,
placed.
in your opinion, as a seasoned law enforcement officer,
Yes.
Chang Gang gonna fuck you, Chang Gang gonna fuck you, Chang Gang gonna fuck you.
Go ahead and raise your left hand for me. Do you swear to tell the
Oh
truth,
shit,
the
G-Law,
whole
thank
truth,
you for the
and
brand
nothing
new
but the truth,
sub.
under
Jerica
penalty
Twitch,
of
thanks for
perjury.
the
So help you,
brand new
Derek.
sub as well.
I do.
The witness
Whoever
is
has the
sworn
phone,
in.
please silence your phone. Thank you.
Clouds with 2 months in a row. Jam Bake 7 months in a row.
Alright.
Thanks for that.
You
Ava
may
with
proceed
5
with your
months
line of
calls me a
questioning.
bitch. Okay. That explains the Chang Gang
All right.
tube top that Karen
Officer
wears a
Treddy,
lot.
can you please state your name and rank for the record?
Thank you.
Senior Officer Dominic Toretti of the LSPD.
Dark on ZZ, thank you so much for the 5
And were
months
you
in a row.
on duty on March the 4th?
Yes,
Fleecy,
I
thanks for
was.
the 2. Appreciate that.
Did you encounter the
That's so
defendant while you were
long.
on duty that
Mew,
day?
thank you for the 9 months.
The defendant, this defendant.
Yo, Sai, thank you for the 5
not to my
gifted
knowledge.
subs.
Amish K?
personally.
So long.
No, I didn't. I didn't have anything to do with this guy.
What? That's not even funny. That's a little weird.
Were
This
you
guy says weird shit all
participating
the time,
in
dude.
the undercover operation with Deputy Wrangler?
Yes, I did.
Tony, thanks for the 2 months. Spider, thanks for the gifted sub.
At any point, did Deputy Wrangler call on you for assistance regarding a person that had been shot in the head?
Yeah, I was across the street, hiding on a marked unit. I heard a single gunshot.
Don't be so
Wrangler
weird.
then,
You're right. I should
called in
panic
the
over
radio
VoIP.
that someone
Next
just
time something's happening to me that I
potentially
don't like.
assassinated.
That's what's not weird.
An individual. So I moved in, and yep.
And what did you see when you moved in?
I drove into the parking lot. I did not see a car, so I surveyed the area. I went behind the apartments. I saw a black Sultan.
Bro, my jaw
when
hurt
I
from
drove up to
laughing,
it,
man.
With my lights and sirens on, I heard them screaming from the car. The
Dude,
person
the Block
who
family
shot
reunion was so funny
is not
last
in the
night.
car.
My stomach hurt
I
from
didn't even
laughing.
say anything yet, and that was their first words. So I went back to the front where I heard that Rami El Rahman was running from the scene.
My
And,
fucking jaw hurt from laughing, dude.
I'm going to be referring to the People's E at this time from the 5 hour, 3 minute, and 54-second mark.
Shit was funny.
To the 5 hour, 4 minute, 15-second mark. Is that you in that footage?
Yeah, me trying to tase. Is that the one where I'm trying to tase Rami
Yes.
like 100 times? Yeah.
At any point, did you, in that moment, did you see the driver of that vehicle?
I was behind the vehicle most of the time, but I did hear Wrangler proclaim who it was.
And looking at the footage now, can you see who the driver of the vehicle is?
Court's over,
It
boys.
looks
Let's all go to the
similar
bank.
To a
Let's all Fortnite
a
dance at the bank.
fresh-faced, Mr. K, without a mask.
Amish K.
Amish K. Excuse me.
Did you search the scene for any casings?
I did. Yes.
Okay, and I'm now referring to the People's D, Police Report 2588.
Yeah, I'm free to leave.
Is
I'll see it
that
out there.
the image of the casing you found on scene?
Yeah, it was in the same location of where the reported shooting came from. That Wrangler told me to go look. He said they heard a shot from that
That's so
direction. I went over there, I
long.
surveyed it, and lo and behold, I found that casing on the floor right there.
Yana, I'd like to motion for a sidebar.
Okay.
That's so long.
Officer Trady, could you step off to the side where the jury box generally is while this sidebar is happening? Thank you.
Bored.
Things on in that report, the photograph of the scene, very difficult to see what the details of that casing are, and then the
That's
photograph of the
so
casing
long.
appears to be that it was taken at an entirely another location.
How's it going?
What was that? People.
You want it?
The casing's in evidence.
What? Get up.
I'm having trouble seeing the photo.
When you
You're gonna start dude, I know. Just bring all the evidence to the court. We'll see. What's his charges again? The accessory to a deadly? Yeah, I don't know. That'll probably get dropped.
ready, fuck you.
When's the walkout?
Thank you, guys.
I have a lot of respect for LeBar.
Okay, Officer Toretti, you can come back.
And I don't really care. At this point, I just come into these expecting to lose now. The judges have made it pretty clear that Wrangler's testimony doesn't mean anything anymore ever since the mayor thing.
At this time, I have no further questions, actually. Thank you.
All right, does your co-counsel have any questions?
I mean, I've been told that.
Yes, but it's time to get
No, Your
on
Honor.
board full time because nothing else sticks.
Defense.
They
Your
think I
witness.
lie on the stand. I've asked when I've lied on the stand, and you know, of course, that I've never been given an answer.
Evening,
but
Officer Toretti. How you doing today?
you know
Hanging
how
in
that
there.
shit is, man.
So just to be clear, you did not see the shooting in question.
Personally,
I
no.
just
I was
did.
in the
What did I lie
construction site.
about?
Okay. After the shots were fired and you responded, did you see any vehicles fleeing the area?
Yes.
I mean, technically, I'm a cadet.
When did you first see the Black Sultan?
Trying to exit out of the rear of the apartments onto, I believe that's San Andreas.
This is the
They were
same
taking a
fucking
right.
bank?
Okay. I guess when did you first make eye contact with that Sultan?
As soon as I turned the corner in the parking lot of the apartments.
Okay. And roughly about how much time passed between you getting called over there and you seeing that vehicle?
It's got to be less than 60 seconds, maybe 60 seconds.
Okay, so full minute.
Probably. It was pretty quick.
And were you able to identify anybody who was in that vehicle on the interior?
Oh, radios are broken.
Objection.
Good day for Mike.
What's your objection to?
I was asked and answered.
Okay, I want to hear the
That's
answer.
so
Okay, so I'm going to go
long.
ahead and overrule the objection.
There was a Vinny Pistone that was in the car, and there was an unmasked driver. But I was from the rear, so I couldn't see. I just heard them yelling.
Okay, so besides Mr. Pistone, you cannot positively
sir,
identify
right.
any other passengers who were in the vehicle at that time.
No.
Okay.
Thank God we have a video.
And then from there, you went to the front of the apartments, correct?
Correct.
And did you have eyes on that black Sultan that you found back behind it the whole time, or did you lose eyes on it?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Did you ever break visual contact with the Sultan that you had seen back behind the apartments?
Yes, for about 30 seconds or so.
About 30 seconds. Okay.
What do I do if I lose? I'll go play Mike.
I don't have any further questions, Your Honor.
All right, redirect
Do you have anything?
for the state.
No, I don't.
No further questions.
Okay, Officer Trady may step down at this time. You have any more witnesses, ma'am?
Nah, jury's not a thing.
No, and at this time,
juries
the
just
state
don't
would like
work.
to rest.
Okay. Defense, the floor is yours.
Let's see what we got here.
Your Honor, I'd like to call Hutchinson to the stand.
All right, Mr. Hutchinson,
Oh God.
please step forward and take your place in the box. Bailiff, please swear in the witness once he's taken his way.
Here we go.
Good evening, sir.
All right, Hutch, raise your left hand for me. Do you swear to tell the whole? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under penalty of perjury? So help you, Mitch.
I do.
The witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, defense, you may begin with your line of questioning for this witness.
Yeah, if I win, I'm also still gonna play Mike.
All right, so can you just state your full name for the courtroom?
Hello.
And then we're doing
My
some
name
VR
is
chat
Hutch
thing with Rob
Hutcherson.
at 10:30.
I am. I live here in the city, and sometimes I go outside.
Mr. Hutchinson, he just asked
Like
you
some
to
like
state your
dating
name.
game
Hutch
shit.
Hutcherson.
Greenway, is this what you were
Witness
talking
stand.
about?
And
before?
then, were
Yeah.
you out in front of
Yeah,
the
it
Alta
is.
Street Apartments on
Okay.
March 4th, 2021?
Yes, sir. I was out there hanging out, smoking a little bit of Nos.
Okay, he just said he was
What?
intoxicated.
You were
cannot
high
let him
on Nos
testify.
when this incident occurred?
High as shit, sir.
Okay.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Oh,
Defense?
So you didn't know.
That's really what?
Nathan.
Oh, shit.
That's the only questions for him? All right, state.
Yeah.
Something's funny? Something's funny.
That's all the questions they have.
Prosecution, if you have any
No,
questions, please come up. If
He's
not,
high. It doesn't
Just-
matter.
it doesn't matter.
back.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
His testimony's not
Yeah,
gonna
just-
matter.
You know, of course.
Whatever he said.
No questions at this time.
All right, Mr. Hutchinson, thank you for showing up.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Your
being
Honor.
honest. Have a good day, sir.
It
You're
wouldn't
free
even
to
Thank
leave.
you.
Oh,
It
you
wouldn't even matter if he
shit.
helped us.
What
He
was the
high.
point of that?
Yeah.
I
There's
don't
glue
think.
on the chair.
I don't think they were expecting
to
him to
kill
say
Go
them.
that.
ahead and stand up, sir. There you go.
And what I'd also like to add, Your Honor,
No.
it was Bobby Brown.
Sir, go on. over.
Oh. All right.
Okay, hold on. You
Who's
just
too
claimed
high?
it was Bobby Brown? Well, that's
well,
unfortunate.
there goes
He's
that
already
one,
been
dude.
excused.
All right, you see you guys tomorrow.
Defense. Do you have any more witnesses?
That's really gonna throw a wrench in.
No, Your Honor, I would like to go over a few pieces of evidence, however.
Sure.
Wait,
Let's
what
go over the evidence.
fuck? No witnesses? That was his only witness. Was Hutch?
All right. The main piece of evidence I wanted to go over
Hutch
is
the drug addict?
offenses C.
Okay.
I think he's.
Beyond a reasonable
It's simply
doubt,
just
he's going
a
with that.
freeze frame from the people's.
That's
beat.
all he's going off of. that
But
there's a
again, it
reasonable
kind
doubt.
of highlights the various locations on there where the possible shooter could have come from. You can clearly see that other vehicle there, as well as the balcony of the Banner Hotel off in the distance.
Can you repeat that again, sir? I couldn't hear you.
So the fence is C.
It could have been a
It's
sniper.
a freeze frame from the People's B.
Right.
and it shows the Sultan, it shows the other vehicle, and it also shows the balcony in the distance that was talked about when I was
A
questioning. Deputy
9mm sniper. Yep.
Next, I would like to address Defenses D. This is a separate appeal trial for the other persons alleged to be involved in this shooting, one Vinny Pistone and one Rami Al Rahman. As you can see, the verdict that was rendered there, they were found
I don't think Omar's gonna
not
like
guilty
this.
on the accessory to attempted murder due to by Justice Odson.
Accessory to assault.
Sorry,
with a deadly.
accessory assault with deadly. Apologies.
Thank you. All right.
And that's it, Your Honor. With that,
No other evidence that you submitted you wanted to go over? The other two still pictures?
we kind of covered that in Wrangler's testimony. So
Okay.
All
right.
Defense this time would like to rest.
Okay.
Okay. Does
Wow.
either side need a few moments for closing? I can grant a recess of 5 to 10 minutes.
I would like 5 minutes, please.
All right.
This
Court's
guy's
in
defense-
recess for 5 minutes.
Is that there was
Your Honor, may
There's
I?
a sniper. Yeah.
a 30-second window that another Sultan at the
Uh,
exact same
I
time
was just wanting to comment on his,
Came in and did
the
this
defense of C
with
That was all,
Rami?
but it's fine.
If fucking
With his
Bobby
other known-
would
You
have
can do
came
that.
here
Gang
and
members here?
testified that he was in that same fucking Sultan,
Yep.
asshole, god damn
sir.
him.
All right. Court's in recess for 5 minutes.
It's in the video though. His face is in it. You could see his dumb nose right there.
Okay, so in your change your closing to state that
Yeah.
the people the defense is C.
What are you doing after this, Big T?
Shows where the Sultan is,
I'm gonna go do laundry.
and that is the general area of where the casing was found. Okay.
You're gonna go do laundry?
Yeah.
You're not sticking around?
Okay.
You don't
I
want to
can
go
do
bust up some crackheads? You don't want to go hold down a crackhead and kick him in the face?
No.
Just like the good
not
old days
today.
that we used to do?
Hey, we should
Hey, Hutch.
sue Bobby Brown.
All right, what do you want to sue Bobby for?
I don't know anything that we can find. What you been up to, Rank?
I've been taking a bit of time off, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, what'd you say?
Your
What about you?
cornrows look good.
Thanks.
I didn't say
I don't really
anything,
know how to
Yeah,
take
just make
him
sure you
out.
add that in there. That
Oh. I've been
and,
hanging out. I've been relaxing.
because
Trying to get Bobby convicted
just
of
hurt
murder
them.
or something.
He probably
Why?
should go to prison. Well,
That's what I'm thinking.
So I don't
Wait.
know why.
well, if you want to
saying
set up
people
something where we
see-
get Bobby in some sort of
The
entrapment
C. He
situation.
said the people see. The
Well,
defense.
don't
is
use
C.
that word.
Oh, the
Oh,
defense
whatever.
is C.
Fuck
He's
it.
got a picture of
Nowadays,
the
everything
cars.
Wrangler does is entrapment.
This
But
guy
if you
Hutch,
just
he
say if you
knows.
look at defense is C,
I'll see you
Where the
guys
cars
later.
are
Let's go
located,
do something. Maybe
the
like smoke a
casing,
pack of dicks or something. And we hang
according
out.
to Toretti,
Smoke a pack of what?
was in the
Dicks.
general area where the
Dicks?
casing was found.
Yeah.
smoke
Where the
You've
black
never
Sultan
tried
was sitting
that?
in that
The
picture.
What is
cigarettes
that?
Before? The cigarettes. That's not what they're
Oh,
called.
oh, dicks.
I met a homeless man. He invited me to go and do that later. I just thought that was
Oh,
the name brand.
I don't know if you should be hanging out with the homeless, Hutch. They're very dangerous in this city.
They got the good stuff.
Yeah, but they're dangerous. You know.
All right. Okay. I once saw a homeless man stab another man for
See,
over
see.
a pack of crackers.
Yep, they'll do that.
You work at the burger? Aren't you like a manager at the burger shop? You're hanging out with homeless people?
I always hang out with the homeless. Yeah.
You help them? Do you try to get them a
No,
home
well,
or
yeah.
food or
We
water?
have this game where we drive down into the south side and we throw sandwiches at the homeless, and if you hit one, you get 5 points.
That's just
and
good.
then they
That's
get
just
to
charity
eat
work.
they get to eat the sandwiches if even if we miss. So
Yep.
good charity work.
That's good
honest
charity work, yeah.
living. Yeah.
What a nice guy you
I
are.
once saw a homeless guy punch a child in the face, take its can of Sprite it was drinking, and then pour it out, smoke crack out of it.
But did he do it in love and compassion?
No, I mean, that kid was just laying there knocked out.
Yeah. Honestly, fuck that kid. You know what I'm saying? Probably was good crack.
What do you mean probably? Do you smoke crack?
I do smoke crack.
Yeah, Hutch smokes crack.
Yeah, I smoke crack all the time.
Jesus. They don't have a drug test at the burger shop?
One
That's a
time
stupid question. Never mind. Why did I
One
ask
time
that?
I couldn't get a can or a pipe, so I smoked it out of another man's asshole.
How'd you do that? Like through his
I
mouth?
put a hole
or-
in his. No, I put a hole in his side of his ass cheek, and then I smoked it through his asshole.
That guy didn't have a can or anything?
What, like a... What do you mean you put a hole, like you
They put a hole in
pierced
it.
them? Like a pierce?
Walk past me,
Yeah,
Robbie,
like
and
a
not ask
piercing.
what my thoughts are.
Put a
That's
hole in
what
him.
you feel. Oh, my bad. I didn't see that. I didn't hear you.
All right, Hutch, well, that's good work. Keep up that.
Hey, Could
All
you
right.
folks keep
That's
it down?
a very-
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to focus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, whenever I get some meth, I'll let
What's
you know.
What's
asked
Mr.
you
K
if you-
doing to
if you
Stanton
could,
over there?
Keep it down, ma'am, please. Thank you.
I don't know what he's doing. Probably just hanging
What's he
out.
doing over there to him?
Where is he?
Over at the jury box.
Is Devereaux just
Maybe-
fine with that? She's just standing right there.
I think she's watching.
Is that
Is
what
she
she's
licking her
into?
lips?
I think he's sucking them off.
There's a lot of water. What's splashing out over there?
Oh my god.
Oh, what is that? He's just bathing in it. Whatever
Maybe
that
he's
is.
getting a tax reduction over there or something. You don't hate the player, hate the game. Wait till you guys get your own cars, then you got to pay taxes.
I
on it.
have my
Fucking
own
sucks.
cars.
Does
but-
it suck paying taxes on it?
What do you mean taxes?
Check your debt app. You have to pay a tax
Oh,
on the
don't
cop's
stop!
car.
Jesus,
Oh,
are
I
you
don't
kidding
have-
me?
I don't have
I
a
don't know
phone.
if
I haven't had a
they
phone in
have to
3
pay for
days.
state cars.
Oh, you guys.
What do you mean you haven't had a phone in 3 days?
I keep forgetting to get one.
Fuck phones.
I don't know if we have to pay taxes on our government-owned vehicles. That might be like a perk, you know. To find out.
Well, the government. I own that car. I bought it with my own fucking money.
Amen. If he wants to quit if he wants to hang out with his friends on the time of which sometimes hangs around, fuck you guys, huh? Fuck the PD sometimes.
I'm with you. Yeah, fuck him. Sometimes the chief of police doesn't
Wrangler's
even
a
show up
good
to my
guy.
own. The chief of police doesn't even show up to my fucking court cases because he's an asshole.
Look, he's just misunderstood. Wrangler for sheriff.
Actually, sheriff interviews are coming up. Let me see here.
You got my vote.
Thank you, Hutch. Hey, you should get other people to vote for me by any means
All right,
necessary.
I'll be your campaign manager.
Don't say that. Why
What?
would you say that?
Why?
If
100
someone
bucks a
ends up
vote.
in a ditch or without a leg,
Oh, well, I
or
don't
a
mean
finger,
that. God.
and they're voting for you.
I've killed a man.
See, there we go.
Oh.
Good
7
job,
men,
Wrangler.
5 women,
All right,
a car,
by any
a
means
dog,
necessary,
a cat,
but
and
don't kill-
a demon.
Don't kill people.
A demon?
Yep, I saved your life and everyone around us. Guy walked up to me, said, "I'm the death man." I said, "Death man?" He said, "Yeah, I'm the demon of death. Whenever you die, I'm gonna come and take you." So I said, "That ain't gonna happen to me or any of my friends." Shot him right there on the spot. Now he's dead. Death is dead. All of us live forever.
Oh, that's good.
Got any crack or anything like that?
No.
Come on, I know you got a big evidence locker with some crack in it.
Are you kidding me? Is someone
I
giving
ain't
you
kidding for shit.
crack out of your
Better
the
get this
evidence?
going, boss.
Hey, when
That's
did
not what I'm saying. I'm saying I know
when
you
did I
guys
start
arrest a lot of
interrogating?
meth.
Can someone find when I start
Hey,
interrogating
you find any homeless
Speedy
man with crack,
in
give
my
me a call,
VOD?
buy it.
If someone could do that, I'd really
Get out of
appreciate
here.
it.
All right.
Chairs, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Wrangler, you're
Yeah,
looking
just
at
stand
about
off to the
15
side
strike
of it,
points,
sir.
by the
You'll
way,
be
for
all
calling
right.
yourself a
These chairs
cadet
gotta get
on the
bolted
fucking
back like
stand.
extra-
And
Why?
Bison told me
Well,
you
well,
also
well,
said it
well,
another
look
15
marvelous.
times.
All right, ma'am. you may
Bison's a
proceed with
fucking
your
lying
closing
piece of
argument.
shit.
You know what, Taco? Okay.
I told him to keep
Hey,
tally
Your
every time
Honor.
you called yourself a cadet.
Thank you.
No, I actually need
Go
it,
ahead.
Your
chat.
Honor,
They're trying to dismiss the
people of
case
the
over
court, thank you for your audience this
over the
evening.
recording not being submitted.
Today, through officer testimony and evidence, we have shown that Mr. K is indeed guilty of accessory to assault with a deadly weapon and reckless evading. We've heard the first-hand accounts from the officers that were on
What
scene
day was it? God, I don't
and
even
reviewed
know.
the footage taken that clearly shows Mr. K in the driver's seat of that black vehicle.
Yep.
If you look at the defense's C, you can see the general location of where the cars are parked. This correlates to the image Officer Toretti took of the location of the casing on the scene.
Oh, thank you.
It was not, the casing was not on a balcony, it was on the street. It is shown in the recorded video, and it has been pointed out by both officers
Oh, I
tonight
need to.
that the driver
We're gonna
of the
start at the
vehicle is
interrogation room.
indeed Amish K. In conclusion, we are asking that the court uphold the charges on this individual tonight. Thank you.
I think it starts somewhere around here.
Defense.
Fuck it, I'll just give it to him.
Yana, people of the court, from Deputy Wrangler's testimony, not only could he not positively identify anyone in the Sultan, nor the plate of the Sultan seen in the People's Beat.
That is not
in
what they
defense's
asked me.
seat.
You need to object.
He also
I did
acknowledged
not
that
say
he was
that.
facing-
Objection.
I
Yes.
said
Misstatement of testimony.
I'm going to go ahead and sustain that. Deputy Wrangler sat right up here and pointed out your client as the driver of said Sultan.
there you go.
He pointed right at him and said, yes, that man right there.
Yep.
When, Your Honor, when I questioned him, I was talking about the moment when he turned, the moment of the
And he
shot.
needs to be
was
more
not able
specific.
to
You
identify.
need to be very clear about that.
Yep, there you go.
When you're speaking, sir. You're very vague. Okay.
Can you object to closings?
Right.
Yes.
So I'll let you proceed, but you need to be pinpoint and accurate as to when Deputy Wrangler said he did not notice and when he did notice. Okay.
Understood. From Wrangler's testimony, at the moment that the shot was fired, and he turned around and saw a black.
I think these
Sultan
DAs are
sitting there,
good. They just need to
he
get
was
better at
unable to
objections,
identify,
and they are.
Anyone inside the Sultan, how many people were inside the Sultan, or the license plate of the
They are
Sultan
getting better.
that is seen in the People's B and Defense.
They're getting better.
He also acknowledged that he was facing Mr. Hutchison at the moment the gun was fired, and not in the direction of the Sultan that was seen in People's B and People's C. You've got conflicting testimony from Toretti and Wrangler, where Deputy
thanks,
Wrangler
Zamboni.
claimed that the Sultan
What?
that was seen in the People's B and C appeared 10 seconds later, being driven by Mr. K in front of the apartments, while Toretti says he saw the
I got the
Sultan
video.
driven
Thanks,
by
guys.
Amish K 30 seconds after seeing a black Sultan that was behind the apartment.
Again,
Additionally,
misstatement of
we have
testimony.
no gun. There's
Objection.
no GSR.
Okay. What are
Um,
you objecting to now, ma'am?
Misstatement of testimony. Per
Abdul is so fucking funny.
Toretti's testimony of seeing the Black Sultan.
Oh, whatever.
Okay. No more outbursts. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Oh shit.
There's nothing. I'm a little confused on what me seeing it and him seeing it have anything to do with.
I want you to pinpoint
Timeline.
exactly in Toretti's testimony where you're objecting to it. Okay?
All right. Objection withdrawn.
Okay, thank you.
There's no gun. There's no GSR. Additionally, he has been charged by the state with accessory to assault with a deadly. In the state of San Andreas, an accessory is generally not present at the actual crime and may be subject to lesser penalties than an accomplice or principal. So is the state's arguing that he was there and he was involved, but they're charging him as if he wasn't there. Your Honor, like I said, people
was
of the
weird.
court, again, there's a good bit of probable cause
See,
here
no.
gathered by the officers involved, but I'm not seeing any, correction, there's a good bit of reasonable suspicion, but I don't see any probable cause that ties my client to these charges.
All right, thank you. I'll go ahead and place this court in recess at this time. I'll go back and deliberate, and I'll come back with my ruling shortly. Court's in recess.
Recess. All right, let's go to the slides. Yeah.
I mean, he absolutely.
During this recess, you will act accordingly.
Hello.
He absolutely did everything else.
Equal attention.
I
warned him
could
before.
see.
I told him
Ah,
stop
fuck it.
messing
Who
with
knows?
me.
Shit just might get thrown out. I don't really care.
All right.
Well,
So you two know the reason I
I
had
mean,
just
you
like
physically assaulted someone. I don't know why you would do that in a courtroom.
5 questions
by
for
the
you
way.
two is because most of the questions I had planned built off Chief
Shut up,
Smith's
Thomas. Anybody trying to hear you?
testimony.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
So, yeah, I apologize.
Well, he
if it
also
seems
lied
like-
in his closing because we were in 2 different locations. Him trying to put that and spin it as like a timeline thing that made no sense, and it was a misstatement of testimony. I was in the back, he was in the front, so his timeline is completely different than mine. And when he saw
what's
it,
up,
it was
Kyle?
completely different than mine. So we're in 2 different locations. Fuck this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't articulate that.
I understand.
Oh,
It's hard
shit.
for me to do it on the fly like that.
It's like a time frame thing, but it's like the judge is not gonna be like, oh, well, it's a time issue, and what's he gonna respond to that? That's like, you're supposed to say objection, time mishap, like.
It was a grassy knoll. He's the. Is it possible that in that 10 seconds there could have been another person that did this? Yeah,
So,
sure.
Wrangler,
Time
we got a
traveler.
question for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You're a cadet now?
Yeah.
No! You son of a bitch! I swear to God.
Okay, Toretti keeps screaming no, but they took away one of my certifications,
He's
so I don't
not
know
a
what that makes
cadet.
me.
It's retraining.
So you're saying he
That's
lied on the
so
stand?
long.
No, he's just very confused in how this works.
Okay, so but don't you need all of your certifications to be, a full deputy?
No,
See, that's what I was under the impression.
it's an internal thing. He is still a deputy.
Yeah.
All our
Okay,
cadets
like-
are also deputies. That's an internal rank.
Yeah,
Does
but
not
like
make
on a
them
pay
no le-
scale though, like say
They
if
make
you're,
exactly the same. Anybody
Hmm.
hired by the police department is an
Oh,
officer
okay,
or a
alright,
he
well,
deputy.
doesn't get
we
like
cleared it up.
$1 or something shorter because he's missing a cert, or
No,
We cleared it up.
that is an
so
internal thing.
long.
It has nothing to do externally. They're held to the same standards as everybody else. Internally, they're just being taught.
I didn't know
but
that. I didn't
Externally,
know.
they're all officers and deputies.
Cleared up.
They announce themselves no matter what as
Mhm.
officers and deputies.
so what certification did they remove?
To be honest, that's just something we're working on here. It's not you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, well, we do have to make sure.
Digging myself
that
a deeper hole with
when
this stuff,
these
right?
guys
Because
go
it's
on
funny.
stand that they're true to their
He
word.
is 100%.
I'm pretty
an
sure you guys
officer
don't
and
really
deputy.
believe my testimony, anyways.
I haven't had
Ever.
a case with you yet, Wrangler. So, right now would be the argument to make it because I'm normally pretty police friendly. Ask Bison.
I'm
right? I had
sorry,
a case
ma'am.
with
I
him
didn't
last
mean
night.
you specifically. I
Bison's
meant
right
you
here.
guys regarding the DOJ in general and the experiences I've had since
No.
the reform.
No. He's not. He's
What?
fine. He's happy. He's very happy with everything that's been going on. Don't listen to him. It's
Jenny,
just a little
Are you
having a rough
lying
day.
right
You
now?
gotta
Lying.
arms on the hips trifecta. What's happening?
He's
I'm
just
dodging
confused.
I think
He's
Freddy's
had a
lying
rough.
to the DOJ right now.
I'm not lying to the DOJ.
Yeah, because we got Wrangler
Why
saying he's
is
a
he a
cadet,
cadet
and Freddy's
now?
saying no.
He's
yeah.
not a cadet.
Okay, well, he said it on the
I'm
stand.
not. I thought that I was. I was under the impression that I was.
It's a misunderstanding, okay?
Mhm.
Slight
It's a
misunderstanding.
Oh, your hair is very feathered. No, but
course.
literally, Wrangler, ask Bison, all right? When it comes to charges that should be there, I am willing to actually listen and understand where the police officer is coming from. Bison loves my bench trials. He
What the heck?
wins them like 100%
Rami,
of the
stay
time.
out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you, ma'am, and I appreciate you understanding a police's perspective.
Mhm. Bison, why are you getting so close to me right now?
I'm listening. I'm nowhere near you. What?
You were literally.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, for someone with
Oh,
two broken
never
legs,
mind.
he sure got in that wheelchair.
What's her thoughts on self-defense meth?
Confetti box.
You can ask her, I guess.
I swear to God, Wrangler, you are not a cadet. Why?
Okay, all right.
You
As-
said it
I
on the
think that's-
stand.
I think that's
Later,
12
cadet.
points.
12?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is how you're gonna get into shit, and then they're worried about what's going on internally, and I got to tell them to go fuck themselves, and that's not gonna look good because they're the DOJ, and they're not gonna like that. So, Jesus, Wrangler, please.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like you come up here and ask them what's going on within their department internally.
Yeah, you
They
want to
shouldn't
go?
be
Hey,
asking
are you
about
a
yours.
baby? You a judge? Why are you a justice? You get your what the fuck is going on with that hat?
Maybe you should have said that.
What is he wearing?
God,
Does that guy have a tiny head or a big hat?
I think you're doing great, Wrangler. You'll be a full deputy in no time.
Who's Crawford?
Thank you.
It's like one of those
I think I will as well.
eye trick things.
And then maybe in a couple years I can get on
Jones,
MCD,
Weston, Thomas, and Devereaux.
That would be nice.
and then you
Oh, you're
guys
gonna
can
start
use
with
my
this
truck
couple
again.
years, just like you were like, maybe in a couple weeks I'll get my certs back.
Well, give me back
Hey, maybe
my
we
cert.
can be maybe we can be
Who are
MCD
you?
together.
Hey, Mr. K, hold it down for
Maybe.
the streets.
That'd be cool.
Who?
But they're forcing me into violent
Oh.
crime.
Mr.
So
K.
Oh, okay.
Who are you?
Shut your ass up.
I might start my own department.
I can't
What
leave.
the- I can't hear words you're saying.
what kind of department?
Streets, man, you got
Minor
this.
crimes?
Solved crimes.
Walk over here. 'cause I
Would you do any
Mr.
work
K,
at
I've
that
always
point?
loved you.
I
father
feel
and
like
a
I do
lover at the same
a
time.
decent amount of work.
No, I'm saying if you made a solved crimes, wouldn't it mean you just deal with crimes that
do
are
it?
already
Come-
solved?
come
Like,
here
would
real
you do
quick.
any
Let me-
work at that point?
Give me what?
No, our goal is to solve crimes.
Oh,
Come here. Just
You know?
fucking make out with me.
isn't
real
that all
quick.
of our
Good luck,
all of our
kids. Come here.
jobs?
Just come here.
Well,
I guess like
Wait,
it
I
could be
thought
like
your
an
job
elite.
was to like
Slurping people
reduce
down?
harm.
I guess it could be like an elite unit where like you only solve crimes and nothing else. Like you're just the best of the best.
yeah.
Freddy, you're not allowed.
Look,
Oh,
Toretti, I'm
really,
sorry about the
Bison?
cadet thing. I think I've been lashing out on you guys because you guys hurt my feelings without remorse constantly.
Mm.
No one ever acknowledges my good police work. It's
I've been
demeaning.
acknowledging. I spent whole shift.
Hey, I
with
said you did
trying
good.
to make sure. I'm
I
trying
complimented your
to make sure
report
you don't
writing.
get fired.
He's got a point.
I'll go ahead and call
you do
this
one bad thing and
appeal back
everybody
into session.
Shut up.
continues to bring that up.
He's right.
Shut up.
He's right. When you're right, you're
Tell
right.
me, don't tell me to shut up, Toretti.
All right, Mr. Keyban,
You
after hearing all the
I will
testimony,
smack your hand.
I'm gonna.
And,
we'll just see.
I know,
Probably
but
not guilty.
when
on
it
the
comes down to
accessory.
me handing down my verdict, I have
So
to use
sorry,
your
Your Honor.
actual.
So sorry, Your Honor.
I
So
could
sorry.
see him
registered
getting
legal
accessory
name,
though,
okay?
just because he tried to
So
move the
please,
guy.
The court here.
I don't know.
If you entertain for a
We'll
moment
see.
that
Fuck
I
it. Who
call you
cares?
by your real name, sir.
Either way,
okay?
we get to go play
Yes,
Mike
For an
and
official
terrorize
matter
the
such as
apartments.
After hearing all the testimony and reviewing all the evidence, sir, I am going to go ahead and grant your appeal today, sir, on all the charges. The kidnapping charge was already dropped. So as for the accessory to assault with a deadly, I will grant you your appeal. And as to the reckless evading, I will grant you your appeal.
Yes,
Court case is now
K.
dismissed. You can get a
So-
refund of your money,
Yes.
sir.
So even
Have
though
everybody
he's
have a good weekend.
Okay. You know,
There you go. A video of him
Easy,
driving the
K.
car away. It's just.
When you're ready,
Great
sir,
job,
come up here and I'll
fantastic
refund
job.
your money.
It's just not good
Sorry.
enough.
Do we have to? Do they have to show their ID as they're driving away?
I
from
don't
now
know.
on?
I don't know.
Or is the argument going to be, could have he had somebody else's
gotcha.
ID?
I
what's
don't
up,
know.
Coach?
I guess we'll just ask.
What I need from you is I'm gonna need your bank account, your actual bank account number, okay?
All right.
Hey, Your Honor.
And it'll be just a moment.
Oh, I have
Sure, no problem.
Give me, can I can find it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
My state ID is 1041. If that helps, fine.
Yeah, 1041.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, man.
Okay.
Down that judge over there with on a wheelchair. He was eyeing him down.
Okay, let me make sure you're the owner of this account. You people, that's your other account. Okay.
That's how you get money when you win your.
How'd that get
appeals.
appealed?
Is
All right,
this where
here's your personal account.
you go to get your appeals done?
I think it's because like just driving away isn't
That's so
reckless
long.
evading.
Yeah, here's
We
some-
needed Bobby's testimony for that, and you
Columbia,
know,
can I talk to you?
of course,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me.
That's
Son of a
so
bitch.
long.
How can I help you, sir?
You son of a bitch.
What's the problem?
Nothing.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
son of a
refund
bitch.
you
Okay.
$3,660.
Well, you're an
Thank you
asshole.
so much, boss.
Hey, I called you a son of a bitch. You don't have to call me an asshole.
Okay, then you are also a son of a bitch.
That's
Yes,
so
that's what
long.
I wanted to
It's been
hear.
taken care of,
Thank you.
sir. You have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Your
Later,
Honor.
losers.
Yeah.
See you, sir.
Shit, K. Good shit.
Was just wondering. I'm just trying to build better cases. I'm starting to think everyone's right, and I am a bad cop.
I don't think you're a bad cop.
Okay.
I just think that entire situation would have gone better had there been an actual gun recovered.
Right.
Um,
right.
Hey,
What
linking
about-
it back
shit,
to
Penta's a
somebody?
cunt. I wanna
Actual
fucking ban
GSR
this piece of
tests,
shit.
things like that. I mean, it's heavy speculation.
Sure. What
to
about the
say
reckless
that-
evading?
The reckless evading, from when I was reading from the police report, had we had the state bring in Bobby to do a deposition prior to the trial, I think they probably would have got him with that, right?
Okay.
Because the reckless evasion that happened prior to the incident at the apartments was listed, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because no testimony was brought up today that there was a chase after
That's so long.
after the incident, which happened at the apartments. Correct?
Right.
Right.
Did you entertain dropping it down to evading or?
No.
Because
I
he did
not.
do that. Okay.
Right. I did not. Nope.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
The very fact that the reckless evading is listed in a police report, I would still need to hear it here in court, right? Now, what the state should have done was when I set this case on Sunday for today, notice that Chief Smith was not going to be available today. They should have reached out to him, and we could have had a deposition here in court when he was available for the defense.
Can
to be
I
able to
press
cross.
charges on Bobby? Because this is the second time he's done this with my
No,
cases.
I'm not going to hold Bobby responsible
talk
here.
to
I'm
a
going to hold the state
judge, really?
responsible because
Yeah.
the state
What the
prosecutor's
fuck
office
is this?
Please don't interrupt
man,
me, sir.
what did I do?
Not you, the chief of police. The chief of police. The chief of police. The chief of
What
police.
did I do, man?
So
not you, the chief.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone stop
all right.
interrupting me for a minute.
All right. Because I know
Now, when I set this case,
my
it was
name
outside chief's availability. Okay. I could not delay this case anymore. There was already one delay that had nothing to do with anything here in this courtroom or inside the city. Okay. So the state should have realized and recognized, hey, one of the key witnesses is going to be available. Maybe we should depose this guy, right? But I can't hold the state's hand on this because it would show favoritism towards the state. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Can I just air my grievances to you?
Sure, you
not
can.
not against you. It's just you know, in the PD, anytime I don't even have to mess anything up. I would just have to do something against SOPs, and I get demoted to a cadet, put on a boat, fucking whatever it may be. But now here we are. The chief of police is actually ruining my cases.
I think
by not showing up, and he's still the chief of police.
I think you're looking at it the wrong way. I think you produced results. I think sometimes people question those results, right? It doesn't make you a bad cop. It doesn't make you a bad deputy.
Right.
I think you do a very thorough job. I just think sometimes the focus is in the wrong areas. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion of it, and that's all I'll say. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Slam dunk if the chief would have shown up. What can you do?
I don't know.
You don't
I don't
think
even
so?
know then. You just don't know. I would have to hear his testimony. You can't speculate, okay? There was a lot of speculation, right?
Yeah.
Now, what would have been a real slam dunk has had that camera been pointing directly at that car and you see a gun. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different. But we do have to take into consideration that
could have been a sniper. Who knows? It could have been a fucking
I don't think
sniper.
it was a sniper.
Who knows what the chief of
I'm not
police
even
would have
close.
would have
I'm not
said?
even
It could have
close
been a
to it being a
9mm sniper.
Well, we know the shell casing came from somewhere in that
Right.
area. Right.
If only the chief
car
of
did
police
drive
would
off,
show up
but
to
we
my court
never
cases.
got. It's one of those cases where we never got the weapon. It's just it happens sometimes. I mean, I've seen crazier stuff, right? Where you think it's a slam dunk case and it doesn't happen, or vice versa, where it's very tricky. I think the defense did good preparing, and yeah, but I don't think you're a bad cop. I never
Okay.
thought that,
Well, I
right?
can't win a court case, so fuck it.
I
Maybe
don't think
am.
that. I mean, the last court case I had with you, yes, the prostitution case was charges were thrown out, but the rest of the charges stuck. So,
yep.
You just have to remember that people have a right to an appeal if they plead not guilty.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And generally, 8 times out of 10, most people plead guilty to you, correct? Would you say?
No. Because lately they know all they have to do is appeal my charges and it just gets thrown out.
I don't think that either.
Well,
I don't think that either. I just think you asked my opinion. I gave you my opinion. I think sometimes the focus shouldn't be so hard on certain charges, right? Stick
Right.
with what you can get.
Well, I mean, had I known that the chief of police wouldn't have shown up, I probably just would have went with normal
I don't
evading.
think you should stick it. I don't think you should stick him with that either. Okay.
Okay, but it seems like that when it's my fault, it's my fault. But then when it's not, it's no one's fault.
I think he's saying
No.
the DA's office should have deposed him.
I think what I'm saying is the state should have deposed the other witness for your side. They would have been the kidnapping charge and the reckless evading charge covered in that deposition. But that deposition did not happen. There was no
Sure,
request
sure.
for a deposition. But I cannot hold their
Copper.
hand. I can't hold their hand because, like I said, if the defense sees me holding their hand and requesting this kind of stuff, it would show me to be biased. Okay.
I
Towards
gotcha.
His client. Right.
How do you feel
So
about
I have a duty.
self-defense meth?
Self-defense method?
Self-defense methamphetamine?
Methamphetamine.
Self-defense methamphetamine? I've
Yeah.
never heard of this.
Oh.
Oh.
Is this like something new?
Yep.
Yep.
Like someone
Nigerian
took meth,
terrorists, yeah.
someone
yeah.
took meth and said it's for self-defense?
Yeah, they were
and
really
and an
afraid of the
Uzi.
cops. And it,
Do they-
yeah. Wait, I thought it was AK-47.
No, it
Do they
wasn't Uzi.
understand what methamphetamine does to the body? Like, are they an expert on methamphetamine?
I don't know. Stan's over there. You could ask him.
That's not us to ask. That's the
Right. No, I understand. I would actually love to hear that.
I'm not really feeling like I'm being thrown under the bus right now. It's not what was said. You didn't
Self-defense
say
It looks like you were
methamphetamine?
thrown under a bus.
No, it doesn't look like.
All right, I got.
No, I don't.
Okay.
So I mean, you just walked out of the courtroom before I even rendered my verdict, so I threw out all the charges anyway. So,
Sure.
if you're gonna sit there and say something, at least stay for the entire verdict. So I'm
Okay.
not
Well,
gonna
once I heard,
I'm not gonna explain myself
sure.
to you if you're not gonna stay for the entire verdict.
Once I heard self-defense meth, I didn't really have to.
No, there was no self-defense meth. There was nothing about that said.
Oh, okay.
If you would have stayed for the entire
What did I
verdict,
miss then?
Yeah. Oh, there's no case. The whole thing got thrown out because you walked out.
Okay, so what did I miss then?
No, don't worry about it. It got thrown out.
Oh, okay. So if I would have stayed there, I would have understood. But since I didn't, don't worry about it.
Yep, pretty much.
Gotcha, sir. That makes a lot of sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense to walk out of my courtroom while I'm rendering a verdict.
Yep. I mean, I just heard all I needed to hear.
I think-
Self-defense class 2 and
How
methamphetamine.
about we take the higher road here and we just kind of squash this down? We
I mean, yeah, we could do that.
All right.
I'm just trying to figure
I'm
out
saying
what I
he
need.
brought it up.
hostility
I mean,
here,
since he brought it up,
No, I understand.
I might as well.
There you
just,
go.
You know,
You have a
I'm not
trash
gonna
can?
sit here.
We do.
And let
right over
you know,
here.
something I was presided over.
It's got like some
get
top secret
trashed
documents
because
in it.
you can't
Sure.
sit there and wait for a verdict to come out.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, like I said, I had heard and you're right, sir. I apologize. I should have stuck around, but once I heard that the class 2 and the methamphetamine was being dropped on account of him being under duress, I felt that it would have been best for me to leave the courtroom.
Yeah, but to sit there and say,
because I did hear that.
First I'm
part.
hearing of it, so
self-defense
Sure.
meth.
Right.
Yeah, because that's definitely not what I was ruling.
Okay. Well, you did say
But
that.
you're good. But no, it's fine. You took what you wanted to take, and then you
Right.
walked out of my courtroom.
Well, you did say that. I did hear that part.
Did you now?
Yes. Yup.
Because you walked out of my courtroom is what I
Right.
remember.
And I walked out of the courtroom because I did hear that part.
Right.
Damn.
Have a good one.
You have a good.
How about that
And he say you do
self-defense
meth.
meth? Always
Yeah,
works.
I know. I
gotta
know.
come to the town hall more. I ain't know it.
Can I talk to you?
Oh, sure. How can I help?
Do you mind if we go somewhere private?
That's fine.
That's fine?
Yep, that's fine. Let's go somewhere private.
All right. I
Wrangler.
just need to pick up
How's
my
it
stuff
going?
that the machine took for me.
Just kill me now. Yeah. Yeah, I think we would have had reckless evading if Bobby would have shown up.